For our first concept, I want to share something with you that I've done when I got back into private teaching. I'm not doing enough of it these days, but when I got back into it about 5 years ago, I developed this little kind of exercise to kind of check out where a player is and then immediately try to help them with playing more melodically. And essentially the concept is I would sit with my student and we would just kind of play, come up with a simple chord progression, usually A minor to G to F, and just have them play. Just have them, just rock out, play some blues, whatever they're comfortable doing. Gives me a sense of where they are, what they're playing, et cetera, right? But then what I like to do is I take everything that they know and I take it away from them. And I'm going to do the same thing to you right now. So this concept is very simple. It's basically limiting you to playing on one string and with one finger. So you can call it the one finger, one string approach. Let's say it's an approach, right? And so over this chord progression, which is what we're going to apply this to today, it is indeed A minor to G major to F major to G major. And so for most players, most everybody's pretty comfortable in the key of A. They got the A minor pentatonic. Their blues licks. All that's going to sound great. All your A minor pentatonic. Those that are more astute might realize, okay, this all relates to Aeolian. Sixth mode of C major. So they may be thinking scales. They may be thinking blues licks. So, and it may sound great, right? And usually sounds fine. But then with this exercise, then I will apply, after they've done that, then I introduce this concept of, okay, now, taking all that away from you, you got one finger and one string. And essentially what I give them is the G string and your index finger. And we're going to take the pentatonic scale on that one string, going to add the second scale degree because I like that sound, but I'm avoiding the sixth scale degree for a very specific reason. But here are the notes. You got that A in the second fret on the G string, B, fourth fret, fifth fret C, seventh fret D, ninth fret E, then skipping the sixth scale degree and jumping to the G on the 12th fret, and then back up to the A on the 14th fret. So now what I usually encourage is, now let's play that same chord progression, but limiting you to that finger and that string and those notes, right? And I've experienced such epiphanies with so many of these players where they may have been sounding fine with the material that they were presenting prior to me introducing this concept, but as soon as I take all that away and they start playing, all they have is their ear, okay? And that's when some magic happens. 9 times out of 10, melodies start happening. And why is that? That's kind of it's a part intellectual because I've given you some intellect. I've given you, here's some parameters. But then what's guiding that process is what I'm calling the aurelect. By hearing the one note, they're being guided to something else. They want to move that somewhere. Where's it going to go? So we're going to give some examples here. I'm going to do the same approach myself, and I want you to also try it with the backing track. I want you to play. I want you to just have fun with it with the track, as you normally would play, and then introduce this concept. And let's see what happens.